proud to wear the name Ward on my chest.
And for good reason. For almost 100 years, Colin Ward's family has been helping to keep ours safe. They've continuously served on the Tulsa Fire Department almost as long as the fire department has been around.
Yeah, Neely, while the gear firefighters now carry weighs around 100 pounds, just talking with the Ward family, we quickly learned the weight on their shoulders is much greater.
You know, putting this gear on, knowing my dad, grandpa, all them have done this thousands, if not maybe even 1,000,000 times.
Colin Ward is the 5th member of his family to put on the uniform, but it's his decision to take it off for the Tulsa Fire Department's new calendar that he's taking some heat for.
Get a lot of pretty boy, calendar boy.
I like to tell people that that's what I looked like 30 years ago, but that'd be a lie.
That's Colin's dad, Captain Mike Ward. He knew Colin would get teased, but he also knew why he did it. The calendar is the Tulsa Fire Museum's biggest moneymaker, helping to keep our firefighting past alive.
And this would have been Papa's truck.
Their family's history on the department goes back to 1928, when Mike's great-uncle, Farrell Wagner, became a full-time firefighter.
One of the things that I remember him telling me was his first runs on the fire truck, he was running on standing on the running board, actually manually cranking the siren as they rolled down the street.
Farrell inspired Mike's grandfather, Quincy Carnes, to join in 1946. Then, about 2 decades later, Mike's dad picked up the torch. But those were still the early days of firefighting, when the face masks that firefighters wore to breathe were new and thought of as a nuisance.
They were in a nice box. There was 4 of them. And as far as that was concerned, they took up space. You did not put one on unless you were ordered to.
Darrell Ward said they had a simpler solution back then.
Take a deep breath and go.
He says their only medical training was reading a Red Cross first aid book. Things started to change when Mike joined the department in '91. He was one of the first firefighter paramedics in Tulsa.
He was actually a big inspiration for me to go get my EMT in high school.
And something Colin stuck with when he became the 4th generation of his family on the department, a moment he marked at graduation.
And I had talked to my training chief. Under her chair on the stage, I had her sneak a picture of my great-grandpa so that when we took our picture together, he could be there with us.
When he walked across the stage, he carried a picture of my grandfather, which was full circle, really neat.
Darrell and Mike had a surprise for Colin, too.
I had given my first badge to Mike, my son, whenever he came on.
Now it was Colin's turn to wear it.
So I really got a moment of passing the torch.
I guess I'm at a point now where I can appreciate. Oh, sorry.
Just talking about the honor of working alongside his father, and now his son, was a little emotional for Mike.
Appreciate my dad's perspective of me. Being proud. And then, you know, I want him to have, make his career of his own, and just to see him flourish and to see him learn, to see him grow more confident in the job, because it takes a while.
I know what he's made of, and same thing with my grandson. I couldn't be prouder.
It's definitely cool when you grow up a little bit later and your dad's every bit of the hero you thought he was when he was a kid, when you were a kid.
Humbled, honored, you know. That's what every father would want, their son to be proud of.
And not just fathers, sons too.
I just hope that I can make them as proud of me as I am of them.
3 men, 3 words.
Honorable.
Gratifying. Blessed. I'm blessed to be able to do this job.
One family who wouldn't trade their life as a firefighter for anything.
If I gotta wear a suit for work, this is the one I want to wear.
Isn't that a great story? We told you Colin is now wearing his grandfather Darrell's badge. Since Mike is a captain, he's able to wear his grandfather Quincy Carnes' badge, one right behind me here. We want to thank the Ward family and the many other Oklahoma firefighting families out there putting their lives on the line for our families each and every day.
Yes, thank